Hello guys, let us continue with the Insta CA Prelims 30 of Inside Sun India. Yesterday we covered till the Mangar Hillock and which was to be declared as a monument of national importance. Today we'll begin with Times List. So Times List of World's Greatest Palaces of 2022. What is this context? Indian city Ahmedabad and the state of Kerala have been mentioned in Time magazine's list of the world's greatest places of 2022. And this is a great thing. Two cities of India, one is Ahmedabad and the other one is Kerala. State of Kerala. So both have been mentioned in the Time magazine for world's greatest places of 2022. Nomination. Time solicited nominations of palaces from international network of correspondents and contributors with an eye towards those offering new and exciting experience. If there is some new and exciting experience, then it will be nominated for the selection. Why Ahmedabad? India's first UNESCO World Heritage City. So this is an important fact. India's first UNESCO World Heritage City is Ahmedabad. Then because of its cultural tourism, ancient landmarks and contemporary innovation, Gandhi Ashram, Navaratri, the longest dance festival in the world. Navaratri is for 9 days. And then Ahmedabad, Gujarat Science City. Science City is also there. A sprawling entertainment center and theme park unveiled 3 major attractions last year, including 20-acre nature park to educate public on local flora as well as provide new spaces for playing chess and practicing yoga. So it has all these features. It is like an important feature for cultural tourism. And there is also Science City in Ahmedabad. And then why Kerala? Kerala is one of the India's most beautiful states. Spectacular beaches, lush backwaters, temples, palaces, and it's known as God's own country. Kerala is boosting motorhome tourism. So there we saw cultural tourism. Here we have motorhome tourism. State's first caravan park, Caravan Meadows, opened in Vagaman, a scenic hill station. So these are the features of Kerala. It's called God's own country and it's the most beautiful state. And it's famous for its motorhome tourism and first caravan park. These are some of the specialities of Kerala. So these are the world's great. This is the cover of Time magazine, World's Greatest Places 2022. In this only, our 2 Indian places have been mentioned. Next news, Anayut. An annual ritual at Sri Vadakkunathan Temple, Thrissur, and it's also in Kerala. Vadakkunathan Temple. What is this annual ritual? In which more than 50 elephants are fed special food is done to appropriate Lord Ganesha. So, elephants have been considered as Lord Ganesha and it's been worshipped in many places. Who according to Hindu belief removes obstacle in one's life. So elephants, since it's compared with Lord Ganesha, according to Hindu belief, and they are the symbol of removing obstacles from one's life. So there is a ritual performed. In this, more than 50 elephants have been offered special food. This ritual was started to help elephants paraded at the 1982 Games opening ceremony Regan held. So this is Ana Yuta. Ana is elephant and Yuta is giving food to it in Thrissur Vadakkunathan Temple. Then Sanati. What is this Sanati? Context. Archaeological Survey of India has now taken up conservation work at this important Buddhist site near Kalaburagi. So ASI took up conservation work at this Buddhist site near Kalaburagi. It is an ancient Buddhist site on the bank of Bhima River near Kanaganahalli in Kalaburagi district. So ASI has taken some conservation work in this particular Buddhist site, and it's near Kalaburagi in the bank of Bhima River. The Kanagana Halli excavation opened many marvels. What are the magnificent Mahastupa? Magnificent Mahastupa, which is referred to as Adholoka Mahachaitya, the great stupa of netherworlds in the inscription, and most significantly the stone portrait of Emperor Ashoka surrounded by his queens and female attendants. So Ashoka is surrounded by his queen and female attendants, for which a stone portrait was there, and there is also some inscription. And then considered to be only surviving image of Mauryan emperor which had the inscription Raya Ashoka in Brahmi on it. So it has been written as Raya Ashoka in the Brahmi script. These were the excavation which we got in this Kanaganahalli excavation. This is that particular place. Then Pythagoras theorem in Vedic era text. Baudhayana Sulbasutra contains a statement of what is called Pythagoras theorem. So Pythagoras theorem, the statement which we know, right? These three sides. If we square these two parts, and if we add them, if we square these two parts and add them, we'll get this particular dimension. So this is Pythagoras theorem, and this statement was contained in the Baudhayana Sulbasutra. The yajna ritual involved in construction of altars, Vedi, and fireplaces, Agni, in a variety of shapes such as isosceles triangle, symmetric trapezia, and rectangles. The Shulba Sutra describes steps towards the construction of these figures with prescribed sizes. So many isosceles triangle in that particular shape, many things have been constructed during that yajna or ritual, and this also describes the step of how to construct these figures down the century. The Pythagoras theorem describes the relationship connecting three sides of right angle triangle, one in which one of the angle is 90 degree. Yeah, this is the particular formula. A square plus b square is equal to c square. Will get that third side, hypotenuse, where a and b are the two perpendicular sides and c is the length of the diagonal side. If any two sides of a right angle triangle are known, the theorem allows you to calculate the third side extended to the sides of the squares and rectangle and their diagonal. The equation is of immense importance in construction, navigation, and astronomy. For example, if we have this is particular Pythagoras theorem, and if we have particular shape like this is an triangle, right angle triangle, and we have another one right angle triangle here. So we can calculate the shape of dimension of this particular figure also, because we have two right angle triangle in this. Then Ibrahim Adil Shah II, among the Bijapur Sultan of Adil Shahi dynasty, 1490 to 1686, Ibrahim Adil Shah II, 1571 to 1627, stands out as a poet, musician, and painter, besides being a talented ruler and patron of art. So, Adil Shahi dynasty, Ibrahim Adil Shah II. This particular person, Ibrahim Adil Shah II, is a poet and also musician and painter, multi-talented person. and he is also a talented ruler and patron of art. Ibrahim belonged to the Sunni Islam sect but was broad minded in his religious view. He is a very good broad minded person. He was devoted to Prophet Muhammad, Hindu deities, Saraswati and Ganapati, Sufi saint Sayyid Muhammad Gisoodaras of Gulbarga. So, being a Muslim, he also was a devotee of the gods of other religion also. Ibrahim was well aware of the Indian aesthetic concept of rasa, essence. In 1599, he laid the foundation for a new capital, Navraspur, near Bijapur, Navraspur. This is the new capital of Ibrahim. He also issued a new coin, Nooni Nauras. Ibrahim penned 59 songs and 17 couplets in Kitabi Nauras Nama, the book name is, in Deccani language, which later developed into Urdu. Maybe it was translated by some other person. So this person is Ibrahim Adil Shah too. Religiously tolerant person, he is multi-talented. Like, since he is a poet, he written these many songs and couplets, and he changed the capital to Navraspur, and he also introduced a coin, Nooni Nauras, etc. So this is this particular map in which they given Deccan Sultanates and Vijayanagara Empire, and this is Bijapur. So this particular place. Then Kali Bain. Punjabi Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann has been admitted to Delhi's Apollo Hospital days after he had drank a glass of water directly from Kali Bain. This is a holy rivulet in Sultanpur Lodi. So this is a holy rivulet in that particular place. He drank that water directly, and he has been admitted to this Apollo Hospital. It is a 165-kilometer rivulet that starts from Hoshiarpur and meets the confluence of rivers Beas and Sutlej in Kapartala. So it originates in Hoshiarpur and it confluences with Beas and Sutlej river. It is called Kali Bain, black rivulet, as industrial waste from around 80 villages and half a dozen small and big towns flow into it. So it's called Kali, means black rivulet, and it contains various industrial pollutants also. Religious significance. The Kali Bain is of great significance to the Sikh religion and history because the first Guru, Guru Nanak Dev, is said to have gotten enlightenment here. That's why it is a religiously significant place for Sikh people. When Guru Nanak Dev was staying at Sultanpur Lodi, he would bath in the Kali Bain. He is said to have disappeared into the waters one day before emerging on the third day. The first thing he recited became the Moola Mantra of Sikh religion. So Guru Nanak Dev, he went into this particular water to take bath and he disappeared. Then third day he reappeared, and what he said was called Moola Mantra. So because of these beliefs, the chief minister, he drank and he got some disease and he was admitted to Apollo Hospital in Delhi. Then the next issue is Keshava temple at Somnathapur. Keshava temple. What is the context? 13th century Keshava temple, also called Poetry in Stone, is getting a makeover ahead of the proposed visit of UNESCO team to inspect the Hosala monument nominated for inscription as a World Heritage Site. So this particular place have been nominated for its inscription, and this is a Hosala monument. Keshava temple. Since UNESCO people are visiting, we are making over it. We are renovating it. The Chenna Kesava temple is a Vaishnava Hindu temple. So this is the particular temple, Chenna Kesava. and it's a Vaishnava Hindu temple on the banks of river Kaveri at Somnathapura, Karnataka. This is but in Karnataka near the Kaveri bank. The temple was consecrated in 1258 CE by Somanatha Dandanayaka. 1258. It was built in this particular year. Somanatha Dandanayaka, a general of the Hosala king Narasimha III. So he was a general of Narasimha III, the king Narasimha III. His general, he built this particular temple. It is located 38 km east of Mysore city. Hosala art and architecture. Hosala's combined Vesara and Dravida. We have this three type of temple architecture. Vesara, Dravida for northern and southern style of temple, and Hosala is a mixture of both these two. Important features of this style are Hosala temples are mostly they have star-shaped platform. The Jagati, that is that platform, uplifted platform. Around the temple is open Pradakshina-pata. It has open Pradakshina-pata, and then polished pillar with a variety of designs, elaborate carvings and beautifully carved Mandanika figures. Vimana is this particular thing, Shikara, in pyramidal shape. This one. And then most of the temple are in Bhumija style. It's in Bhumija style. In this style, miniature Shikara is carved on the outer wall of the temple. So on the outer wall we have miniature Shikara. This style is called Bhumija style. These are some of the significant features of this particular Hosala temple, Chennakeshava in Karnataka. Then the next topic is Modra Sand Temple. What is the context? Ahmedabad railway station to get Modra temple facelift. So the railway station is going to get this particular temple facelift. The Sun Temple is a Hindu temple dedicated to solar deity Surya. So this is a Sun Temple located at Modra, village of Mehsana district, Gujarat, India. So Sun Temple Modra is in Gujarat. It is situated on the bank of river Pushpavati. Here the river is Pushpavati. On Karnataka we have Kaveri. For Chennakeshwar temple, for this particular Modera temple, and it's a Sun temple for which it is in the river bank of Pushpavati. It was built after 1026 to 27 CE during the reign of Bhima I of Chalukya dynasty. This was built during Chalukya dynasty and the king name is Bhima I. During 1026, this was built in 1258. There is a massive rectangular stepped tank called the Surya Kund in front of it, perhaps the grandest temple tank in India. So there is this rectangular stepped tank, Surya Kund. One big tank is there, and this is the grandest temple tank in the whole country. Every year at the time of equinoxes, sun shines directly into the central shrine of the temple. So this is this particular temple, Modera temple. Now craft villages. Context. Under the program Linking Textile with Tourism, 8 craft villages have been taken up to promote craft and tourism at a single location. So they are linking textile and tourism both, and this is called craft villages. 8 such craft villages have been created. What is the aim? It will develop handicraft as a sustainable remunerative livelihood option for artisans in the cluster. This way we can promote both our tourism sector and textile sector also. Thank you. That's all for today.